Salutations, fellow humans. These are your intestines when you are healthy. And these are your intestines when you live with a chronic illness like Crohn's disease. So let's discuss writing with a chronic illness.
What's up, everyone? My name is Morgan Lee and welcome back to my AuthorTube channel. It is so good to be back and making videos again. Today we are going to talk about the joys and the woes of writing while suffering with a chronic illness. So if you are interested in writing challenges and uplifting motivation and entertaining videos that have to do with writing, please give this video a thumbs up. I post new videos Mondays and Fridays, so if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now and click that little bell so you're notified every time that I upload videos. So let's get on to today's. So this is the first in a series that I'm doing called Writing While Blank. And today's blank is, of course, chronically ill. This video is going to be broken up into two sections, as will most of the Writing While series. The first section being for writers and creators who are suffering or who identify as the blank. The other hand is going to be writers who want to either include characters with this trait or who want to write more diverse characters and need a few tips on how to do that successfully without appropriation or without stereotypes or without backlash for not doing it correctly. Let's dive into the first section. So the first section of this video is for those who suffer from a chronic illness and are also writers. So for me personally, I have a whole slew of things wrong with me. I know, I'm so lucky. But my main disease, my main issue, I guess, is Crohn's disease. It's a subset of inflammatory bowel disease. I was diagnosed when I was 20. I'm now 30. Wow, milestones. And I have a host of other different things. While Crohn's disease comes with comorbidities itself, I also have unspecified Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I also suffer from depression and anxiety, and also have ADHD, and just, I deal with a lot of things. So I think I'm like the perfect person to talk about this topic, and including characters with chronic illnesses or disabilities. So that's my little background story. So if you're a sufferer of some kind of autoimmune disease or disability and you are trying to balance taking care of your body and then pursuing your passions and your dreams, I hope these tips will be helpful to you and not something that you probably already heard before. The first tip has a few sub tips. But the first tip is to allow yourself accommodation. The disabled community, chronically ill community, the mentally ill community have been trying to get accommodations in school and work for a long time. Even with everyone working from home now, when everything goes back to normal, I'm still kind of a little bit afraid that the accommodations that were given during this pandemic won't be given to people who need them, still need them, always have needed them. And I just, sidebar, but I fear that. So my first tip is to allow yourself accommodations. Allow yourself ways to work around your issues or accommodations to work around whatever challenges that you're facing. 1A is to change your workspace. So I know for me, I cannot sit up in a chair for a very long time. It hurts my hips and it hurts my spine and my joints, and it's just not comfortable. So if I need to lay down while I'm working, or I need to stand while I'm working, which I can't stand for very long either, but if I need to just change my positioning to get some relief, if I'm sitting in this chair and my spine doesn't want to stay aligned, then I will often lay down on the floor and lay on my back to try to lengthen my spine and try to relieve some of the pain. So changing your workspace is a great thing. Another subset tip is to be flexible with your time limits. If you can only do 10 minutes of work today, only do 10 minutes of work today. No one said you had to write 1,000 words a day. No one said you had to write every day. No one said you needed to do another third thing every single day. I know that we often get this advice. We often get the advice that we should be able to, if it's a passion, then we should write every day and we'll see success, and write for an hour a day. This person writes for 4 hours a day. And it's just like, well, most of us either have jobs, or like us, at this topic that I'm talking about, we have a disability or an illness that prevents us from doing those things for daily or for hours on end, because we can't. Our bodies won't let us, whether it's fatigue or brain fog or pain or whatever it is that our body, whatever's going on in our body that day that's holding us back, it's not going to allow us to do whatever it is. So don't set unrealistic times for yourself. Don't say that I'm going to write for 30 minutes a day when you know your condition can flare up at any moment, and when you know that your daily is a toss-up. I don't know if you guys follow the spoon theory if you are chronically ill, but you know you're not going to have enough spoons. You don't start you don't start every day with the same amount of energy that you had the day previously. So honestly, you can't really plan like, I'm going to spend this many hours on this and then this many minutes on that. You can't really do that, because your body's going to be like, no girl, no, you're not doing that right now. Have you noticed that pain in your hip? Like, it's not going down. Did you notice that you can't even lift your leg to get out of the bed? We're not doing that today. And it's difficult, but you have to allow yourself accommodations for that. You have to be cognizant or conscious? You have to realize your limitations. And it's not to, I guess, make you feel bad that you can't do the things, but recognize that you can't do all the things, and it's okay. It's okay. Time limits. Let them vary. Next one fits into that, which is just be flexible with your deadlines, especially if you're indie published. Don't follow your bandwagon. Don't jump on just because this person is selling all of these books, or just because this person, just because this person sold this many books, just because this person wrote this many hours a day, just because this person did all these things, don't set yourself up for failure. Don't set unreachable deadlines. And if you do set deadlines, which are very good to set deadlines, but don't allow yourself to be so constringent with your deadlines. This falls into managing your time and setting time limits. Don't set unrealistic time limits, and don't set unrealistic deadlines that are going to put you or your body in a situation that it can't follow through on. I kind of already flooded into my next main point, which is to listen to your body. So my body, it's not a great communicator. It has some issues. Sometimes it tells me that I'm fine, and then a second later, I'm laying on the floor screaming in pain. So it doesn't always communicate the best, but sometimes it will give you a hint. Don't know about your body. Maybe your body doesn't give you hints. Maybe your body lets you know everything that's going on. I'm not sure. But my body, sometimes it gives me hints, and sometimes I'm completely blindsided. But regardless, listen to your body. Your doctor doesn't know you better. Your mom doesn't know you better. Your cousin, your aunt, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your dog, your cat, whoever does not know your body better than you know your body. If something is wrong and you need to take a break, or you need to leave, or you need to go to the bathroom, hello, inflammatory bowel disease, you don't owe anybody an explanation. If you can't write something, if you can't post your normal video, if you can't host your live stream, if you can't do whatever it is that you said you were going to do, it's okay. You don't owe anyone an explanation, and you don't owe anyone an apology. I said it. You don't. Yes, it's great to be courteous and just say, if you're comfortable, my body's not up for that right now. I don't have the energy. You don't even have to go into that. Just say, I physically cannot do this right now. I physically cannot handle this right now. Can we get a rain check? Can we reschedule? I'll reschedule my life for this day if I'm feeling better, or whatever it is. But you don't need to feel bad about listening to your body. And please, listen to your body more. Don't be so afraid to say no to people. If your brain is foggy and you're having all this cotton wobble rolling around in your head and you don't know what is what, you don't know what day it is, you don't know what you just said, I barely even know what I said prior in this video. I'm not really that foggy today, but it happens where I'll say something and I don't know what the heck I just said. Or if you're fatigued and you just need to lay down, or whatever it is, again, don't beat yourself up for not being able to do the things expected of you by outsiders or by yourself. If you're expecting all of these amazing things from yourself, that's great. But if at the same time you're dragging yourself down and you're beating yourself up and you're like, why can't you do this? You're so lazy. You're so stupid. Like, why can't you get this finished? She did it. He did it. Why can't you? Stop it. Stop. I'm not saying to use your illness or disability as an excuse. No, but it is a reason. It is a valid reason. Not an excuse to say, oh, I just didn't want to do it. No, it's a valid reason. So if you can't write that day, if you can't publish that thing that day, if you can't do your live stream that day, if you can't post your video that day, if you can't even get out of the bed that day, it is okay. Show yourself some grace. Show yourself some mercy. I'm getting ahead of myself again, but those are the two main points I wanted to say. Was allow yourself accommodations and to listen to your body. That is the main thing. There's no real trick to getting more work done or anything like that. You have to do what you can. Just listen to your body. Okay, I'm going to talk to the writers now, but chronically ill people, I love you. You're amazing. And don't let anybody tell you different.